But no matter what you wanted to do, everything about it was just so captivating to me personally that I was in, no matter what, whether it was an audiobook, whether we could do it into a TV show or what, dude, I was just stoked.
So I guess we could start with when I sent it to you. Mm-hmm. And you told me when we talked on the phone after that you were not excited about having to read something or thinking somebody sent you something to read.
Yeah, so our good buddies at Big Picture Media, I've been with them through my last two bands, and they've done press for me and taken me on tours and got my band with Warped Tour. And she hit me up and was like, hey, there's a book that's coming that we do press for, and I know the author, and I want to send you the book. And I was like, I didn't even know you guys worked with authors or books. So I was like, okay, cool. And so that was like what I was prefaced with, and that was it. I had no idea really what the intentions were of yours to me.
Yeah.
And I got the book, and the first thing I saw were all these like torn out pages in it, or it's what I thought were torn out pages, and then I pulled them out and they were like notes from you. And like 2 sentences into it, I was just like bawling my eyes out, but like in a good way. Like I really needed it. Like quarantine's been bizarre for everybody, and it's like making you really sit alone with your thoughts and think about the past and whatever. And so I was doing that, and I was like thinking of some stuff, and I was just like, not in a weird place, but in a place of just like accepting the past and just kind of really understanding it and my own past, and it was kind of about synchronicity and weird stuff like that. And then your note was just like, it just hit me in the bottom of my heart, and it was super intense. And then without even realizing what the book was about, and then I'm an avid punk lover. Every single band that covers every track in this book are bands that I've been like, I either know personally or have been fans of them for my entire life. And it was just more synchronicity. I was like, what the fuck? Are you like stalking me or something? And I was just in. I didn't even really know, I think at the time, that you wanted me to do the audiobook. I thought that like you already had the rights to do the TV show, and I was like, is that why he's coming to me for this? And but no matter what you wanted to do, everything about it was just so captivating to me personally that I was in, no matter what, whether it was an audiobook, whether we could do it into a TV show or what, dude, I was just stoked. Track 1, 23, Jimmy Eat World. This is stupid. I call myself a writer. I once had a discussion with this guy who was, at the time, my best friend. This guy came up with a good idea for a book, or at least an idea for a book. He started working on it and one day asked me, does this mean I'm an author? I said no. Authors are published. Writers are bitter. I call myself a writer, but I don't write. It's not because I can't. I'm actually pretty damn good at it. That is to say, I don't really give a shit what anyone else thinks. My writing is incredibly scrutinized by me. I go over and over it. I Google grammar questions. I check spellings of words I'm sure of. And I fall down black holes of research just to make whatever 80s pop culture reference perfectly accurate. If a reader doesn't like it, well, fuck them. I'm the worst kind of writer. One who writes for himself. Hello, unstable future. Now, as long as I think it's good, that's all that matters to me. That's not what I meant by this is stupid. If I thought that writing this book was stupid, I would do things differently. For instance, I'm in a hotel room for a weekend. And the first things I packed were some Ambien for insomnia, Adderall for ADD, Xanax for anxiety, cigarettes for boredom, and a bottle of Johnny Walker for fun. Clothes and personal hygiene essentials were thrown on top of the necessities. Stupid? Possibly. If I thought so, I'd change my methods. Here's a stupid thing, not the stupid thing. I don't subscribe to the philosophy that great writers must abuse drugs and or alcohol. Although most of my favorites do, or did, until those things just weren't enough to do the trick anymore. I don't believe I write better after drinking or doing drugs. It's just that experience has shown that I actually write after drinking or doing drugs. I call myself a writer, but I don't write. Or at least I don't write what I need to, because the stuff I get paid to write is just enough for me to justify the label. Therefore, I actually can call myself a writer because I get paid to write, and my byline has been read by a lot of people, but that's work. I put in the least amount of effort to churn out a product that is still decent by my standards. It's not always what I want to write about. I call myself a writer because I have several books, screenplays, sketches, and a million other things written in my head. But in my head, there is no rejection, no confrontation. In entertainment journalism, what gives me the occasional paycheck, there's nothing personal. There's no looking for answers, there's no cause, there's no letdown, no consequences. It's safe. This weekend is not about being safe, hence the drugs and alcohol. It's time.